What's up, everybody? It's me, Nico. I'm here in my backyard. It's a beautiful July day. I'm just next to some plants right now, hanging out. We're gonna be doing a little video, first of its kind that I'm doing. Might be the last. Who knows? Um, we're gonna be drinking an Alexander Keith's today, um, and just kind of talking about life, and all that. Uh, let's do a little breakdown of the Keiths here. Alexander Keith's India Pale Ale, which is a lie. It's really not an IPA. It technically is, I suppose, but it really does not taste like it. I cannot discern the canning date from the bottom of the can. 5% alcohol. Um, yeah, we brew Alexander Keith's India Pale Ale using only our finest hops and malted barley, giving the smooth golden ale its distinctly flavorful taste, just as Alexander Keith intended. And it's got a little color and like body thing at the bottom there. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Keith's. It's one of my go-tos, especially at the dive bars. You know, um, whenever I can get it for $5. Cans cracked open. Let's pour this sucker up, and it's a beautiful color. Oh, and it just smells fantastic already. Big fan. Boom. Cheers. A little more in the can. We'll top her up later. Um, let's start off with the cheers. Boom. Smells lovely. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Let's move that a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Alexander Keith's big fan. Um, kind of just became my go-to when I'm out at Sportsman's or Sports Page or any of those bars. Anywhere that has it really. Um, just because it's got like a hint more hop than the other beers. It is not hoppy. It is not an IPA. Don't be scared by that. Get one. It's delicious. Um, yeah, really just a lovely beer. I drank quite a few of them last night. Yeah, it was Brat night last night at Sportsman's, which was a pretty exciting night. Um, Pretty crazy record. I like Brat a lot. Great album. I did not expect to have the cultural impact that it's had. It is a huge album. People are talking about it a lot, which is cool. I'm glad that people gathering around about such a great record. It's awesome. Love to see it. But yeah, it was a surprising amount of people. I got there really early. Figured there would be other people there early. It was pretty empty early on, but it got packed really quick, and I'm glad I showed up as early as I did. So I'd rather wait inside a sports means have a beer, kind of chill, instead of waiting outside for an hour, which is apparently how long the wait was, which is pretty wild. At a certain point in the night, lineup of an hour. It's not even it wasn't even a show. It wasn't live music. It was just the album playing, as well as other songs as well. Um, People went all crazy with their outfits. I wore all green. A lot of people were wearing all green. I don't have any lime green. I've got my nails painted. I did not do a good job because I'm incredibly shaky. I like painting my nails. Very shaky. It like in general. I just kind of like jitter all the time. So it's very hard for me to paint them cleanly. But I did it. The green on. I'll retouch them up later probably, or I'll do a different color. I'm not sure. Some birds flying through. Um, yeah. Really great night. Love to see everybody there. Um, and yeah, I was drinking Keats because I mean the logo's green. It's what I drink anyway. I don't drink Moose Green often, especially out of the bottle, because the skunkiness I can't handle it. Kind of makes me ill. Um, Maybe I'll review a Moose Green one day. I can handle one. It's not like one Moose Green and I can't do it. But you know, multiple with other drinking. Moose Green, not really the vibe for me. Neither is Schooner. I used to be able to drink Schooners, but now can't really do it anymore. I'll have a Schooner though, like Speaking of Schooner, it's the name of the girls' night logo. I'm sure some Girls Night fans have seen the logo. Um, Pretty sweet logo. Eden designed that. We're making a bunch of stickers of them. If you want stickers, just ask me. Try to keep them on me. Um, we have quite a few made already. Um, yeah. Speaking of Girls Night, got some shows coming up. Very exciting. Um, this one is on the 26th of July. Girls Night, Samo, Manifolds, and Juicebox at Baba's Lounge. $10 cover. Doors at 9:30, music at 10. This one's gonna be super exciting. I love Baba's Lounge. I've been going there since I can like remember, since I was a little kid. So getting to play Baba's is pretty exciting. Um, because I've just been going there as long as I can remember. My mom was a manager there at one point. I worked in the restaurant below at Cedars for a little bit of time. So it's a lot of history with my family there. I've spent a lot of time at Baba's. I remember kind of being like old enough to go to shows, be at Baba's, and go to the smoke deck, and that kind of felt like the DLC for Baba's that I'd been missing out on my whole life. Um, yeah, great place. Love Baba's. Uh, be there if you can. That's a Friday night, next Friday. Oh, birds flying through. Um, the other one is at Sports Page the next day. Doors at 8 p.m. I don't know exactly what time the music will start. This one has a $15 cover, and it's six bands. We have Special Noise, Leaf Green, Versus, Curb Stomp, Girls Night, and Space Bud. Space Bud are on there small because it was kind of a last minute addition to the poster. Um, this poster was done by Eden from Girls Night. They did an amazing job with this poster. And this poster was done by Nate, who all did an amazing job with these posters. These posters are both so sweet. I had to get them on nice cardstock, or not cardstock, whatever, glossy kind of material just to have them because they're so sweet. We might have extras too, so if you really want some, let me know. Um, let's have another sip of this Keats, shall we? Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. You can really crush a Keats. That's what I like about it. Really like it's not water, you know? Schooner you can crush kind of like water. You don't want to drink a ton of water like that. These I feel like you can really put away. Um, Great on a hot day, great after work, and any of these things are just a great excuse to have an Alexander Keith's. So, kind of my plan for these videos is that I want to, have a beer, talk about the beer, and also just talk about life and things. What's going on. I guess for anyone who doesn't know, anyone who just finds this out there, I live in Charlottetown, PEI, which is home of a really sweet music scene. Um, I have a band called Girls Night. We are pretty sweet, in my opinion. And there's a ton of other great bands here. So I'll be talking about them in these videos if I keep doing them. I'm wearing a Green Eyes Witch Hands shirt, Bumblebee. Wearing a Green Eyes Witch Hands shirt. They're a sweet band. I saw them play Thursday night. Absolutely incredible. Their new song, Zero, just came out a couple weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago. And it is excellent. I highly recommend listening to that track. Yeah, just amazing song, amazing band. And their albums are great. You can find them on Bandcamp. Highly recommend sending them a couple bucks for those records because they are absolutely incredible. Speaking of new music, there's a new song that I'm featured on. Technically, like the first official released song that I'm on. I've uploaded things before to YouTube or Bandcamp or whatever. This is the first, I think whatever through DistroKid or whatever, believe that I was a part of. And this is a track by a new band, new group called New Life. Um, New Life is myself. It is Sam O. That's Sam O, who will be playing this show. Check it out. Um, Samo, Declan from Norder, who are another great band, and Michael, who's the drummer of Girls Night. Us four, we are making club bangers. We have a track called It Feels Like There's a Horse in Here. I will put a link to it in the description of this video. It's pretty awesome. There's a really interesting story behind kind of how it came to be. Um, it was a it was a night, I think it was Friday night, Saturday night. Samo had his first show, um, his first solo performance at a bar, um, under the name Samo. He's performed other things before, but um, so we went to the show. It was a great time, and I was just chatting with him after. I was like, "Yo, we should like hang out. We should make some music or something sometime soon, right?" So we just hang out, we chill. Next day, I'm just at his place, and he's like, "I don't really want to make music. I just kind of want to hang out." And I'm like, "That's cool, me." Eventually, he's like, "All right, we'll make something." He starts banging around, making a little track on Ableton, right? And it's like, okay, it was hitting, sounded really good. Very Brat inspired. The original plan was to debut this song at Brat Night. Didn't work out, is what it is. Brat Night was amazing. I would not have had Brat Night any other way, to be honest. Um, yeah, so we start working out this track, and we're like, yeah, this sound really good. Like, we should get Declan on this because he just has a very high energy. He's a high energy guy. It's a high energy song. I was like, I want to hear him do something like this. So yeah, I get his number. I text Michael. I'm like, yo, do you have Declan's number? So call Declan. He pulls up later on in the evening. Um, we come back, me and Declan both record verses on the track. Sam recorded them the next day, and then Michael kind of recorded his parts, which are like the intro and outro, the next day. And we spent the rest of the next day and the day after filming a music video for this song, which will be out eventually. Should be out soon. Uh, Video was filmed by Nate, who did this poster. It's all full circle. Um, and It's gonna be great. Lots of people in the video. Just great stuff. I think that we all really did our thing on this track, and I'm very excited and interested to see where New Life goes. This song is very funny. Um, it's ridiculous as a concept. It's about horses, and it just doesn't really make much sense at all. The band itself doesn't really make sense at all to be together. It kind of feels like it was made by a label. Like when they make boy bands, they just get four guys together. Boom, there's a band, right? Doesn't feel like the members of New Life have any real reason to be in a band together, but they are. We are, and it's great. I'm a big fan. I think it's very unique. It's very different to what everyone else here is doing, and I think that's kind of one of my favorite parts of it. Is the fact that it is something that is unique. No one else is really doing it. Cheers. I think it's time for a little top up. Um, yeah, one thing that I found really interesting about that whole process, though, was Sam had a lot of creative energy after after his show. Clearly based on like making this song in literally 2 days in the video, right? Which was interesting because after Girls Night played our first show on June 22nd, I believe it was, at Sportsman's, had a great night. Show went really well. Everyone liked the music. Couldn't have asked for anything better, really. But the next couple days, I had a complete like low. Like I nothing besides listening and making music made me happy, which is a fine place to be because that's my favorite things to be doing anyway. Um, and I honestly spend too much time not doing that. So in a sense, it wasn't a bad thing. It was just a hard thing to deal with, and it's something that's kind of slowly slid away. So having these shows coming up, it's going to be really interesting to see how I feel after them. I'm going to be kind of trying to document that because it was not a negative feeling. It was just a feeling of, it was just a strange feeling that I hadn't really felt before, or at least in a long time, of feeling like things that used to make you happy do not make you happy, but not being upset about it. Because there's other things in life that were making me happy at the time and still are. Making music, writing music, listening to music, going to shows is really what I want my life to be about right now. And I feel like that kind of just pushed me in that direction, which is where I want to be. Um, I'm very interested to see how these next couple shows go. We also have a show on August 3rd, the Farm Center, the 420 Farm Center, which is a very important location in PEI music history. The formerly known as Charlottetown Hardcore, now known as Secret Beach shows happening there. All ages hardcore and punk shows. Absolutely awesome. I was going to those since I was in like high school, maybe even middle school. I don't fully remember, but at least since high school. I think summer before high school, definitely. And those shows really like changed a lot for me. Um, is when I met a lot of friends, a lot of people who I still talk to today. Um, is where I met a pretty good friend of mine, Kurt, who gave me a PI liquor gift card, which bought this beer. So shout out to Kurt. Thank you, Kurt. There's $10 left on that. So the next couple beer reviews, I'll also shout out Kurt. Um, then I guess I'll have to shout out myself after that if I'm buying them. I think it's important to shout out yourself though sometimes. You know, we do good stuff. Uh, the butterfly, beautiful. Such a serene scene out here. You know, I I love the trampoline, but kind of wish it wasn't there. I just can't jump on it much. So I'm pretty large and it is old. Um, but you know, just a big thing back there, really. Just like I feel like I could have like a sweet like party back here. Um, and I could have a sweet party back here with a trampoline, but people will probably break it or break themselves. So it's probably not a good idea. Pack that up before I have the party. I'll keep that down in my notes. Um, yeah. Anyway, August 3rd show. Super excited to play the all ages show there. Um, yeah, some of my earliest like memories of like wanting to like having a realistic vision of what it's like to actually play music live. Because ever since I was a small kid, I wanted to, but I was, very much wanted to be like a pop star or something. Like I didn't really see the actual scope of what live music really can be. Because I had not seen just shows that raw. I'd seen like rock bands play, and I had seen people play instruments live and sing live and videos of large shows, but the type of on the ground with the crowd, loud, just amazing, amazing music. And especially seeing my friends. I was never in any, or I technically was in a band. I did play one show. I did not know what I was doing at all. I played bass and did not really know the bass parts. Um, but seeing my friends make music, um, and put it out as not even in high school was pretty awesome. Um, and definitely just shaped kind of what I'm doing now. Shout out to Secret Beach. Very excited to play that show. And there will be a special prize for anyone who goes to the 26th, 27th, and August 3rd shows. That special prize will remain a secret until we see how many people actually do that. Because if it's a lot of people, we'll have to change what I'm thinking for the secret prize. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But a secret prize is in order for anybody who goes to all three shows. Um, we'll see how great that prize ends up being. Yeah, trying to think what else is on the go today. Had pho earlier. That was really lovely. Um, went with Adam. Um, Pho Vietnam, great restaurant downtown. Really nice atmosphere in there. Delicious pho. You can get super pho. So the regular pho, you can get, your well done or rare or meatball or whatever, different types of meats, right? And it's like 15 bucks, which is a great price. And then the super pho is only 50 cents more and you get all of them. You get a smaller amount of all of them, but you get a large variety and your proteins in your pho. And I appreciate that. I thought that was really nice. Because it makes me next time I go, I'm like, I'll probably get the meatball because the meatball was actually really delicious. And I probably wouldn't have ordered it if I hadn't have tried it and something like that. So really happy about that. I've been really wanting to go back to Azteca. I was there like last week, but that is a great restaurant. Anyone in Charlottetown who hasn't had Azteca yet, highly recommend. Uh, great, great Mexican place right on Kent Street. Absolutely delicious. The enchiladas are great, great portions. Just a wonderful spot. Big fan. Um, yeah. Um, I am very excited to get this New Life music video out there to the world. It was so fun to film. Those couple days were some of the most fun I've had all summer. And then having a great beach day, really not that soon after that, for Michael's birthday, was a great time. Um, yeah, no, it's been a strange few weeks and month. I've been working. I just kind of have some money saved up, and I've just been working on repainting my room and music, and really just trying to enjoy the summer as much as I can. Um, the painting process has been going all right. It is a green color called whimsical green, which I'm quite a fan of the color. Uh, when I got the paint, I wasn't entirely sold on it, but I had to choose something. But now that it's up on 3/4 of the walls in there, I like it. It looks really nice. Um, very excited to finally have that cleaned because since I moved back in with my parents or with my dad, um, my everything's just kind of been a mess. I've just got stuff all through the house because my room we need to repaint it anyway. So very excited to finally be getting that cleaned up and feel like I can actually relax and eventually probably film some of these videos up in there as well. When it's raining or snowing or whatever, we'll see how long I keep doing this for. Alexander keeps still good, still hitting, just like whatever that noise was. Pots and pans or something, I don't know. Yeah. Later today, in a couple hours or so, I'm going to be heading over to Sam's again. Michael is going to record his parts on the New Life track. I'm very excited for that song to come out. I don't know if we're dropping that one as a single or if it's going to be on whatever sort of release we have. Um, but I'm very excited for people to hear that. And I'm very excited to kind of grow um, in that sort of creative space because I feel like I used to be better at writing that type of song because I just did it for fun. That's what I was listening to a lot of, like pop music and, hyper pop and rap music, stuff like that. So I feel like I used to be a better writer at that type of stuff because I wrote a lot of music like that. I never put it out or recorded it, but I used to just write because I'm always writing songs. Um, so I'm very excited to kind of get better at that again. Um, I don't really think I don't think I'm at the point I was at all with that stuff. I don't think what I'm putting out is bad, and I think it's certainly unique and interesting, and I'm excited to see it kind of continue. But I'm just very excited to see how it evolves and how me and how the rest of New Life change our sounds over time. Because it feels like girls' night feels like it has a very aimed trajectory. Like we have things that we want to do. New Life right now feels much more like anything could happen. We could do literally anything with our music. Um, and I think having both of those kind of creative avenues feel so different. One of them being very lighthearted and fun in New Life for me. Like even though I'm saying serious things on those songs, and even though I mean everything I say, the things are funny and they are certainly like not to be taken super seriously. At least what I'm saying. I don't know how Sam and Declan would interpret their parts, but for me, it really is. It's all things that I mean to say, um, but maybe not in the most serious of kind of delivery. Whereas the girls' night songs, people will find them funny, but the message behind them to me is something very serious, even if it is, comical when I'm talking about. You wouldn't even fucking get it. This shit means something to me, and I hope that even though it is funny, I know it is funny. I hope that people still can get that meaning themselves or interpret whatever meaning they want from it. Or if they just enjoy the music, that's fine too. I really don't care that much. We were supposed to do a little girls' night practice night, didn't work out. Michael had a steaming headache, and Adam is watching Evo, and Eden is in Toronto. So tough circumstances. Um, I've been really enjoying our jam practices. They've been a lot of fun. We have really only had one real practice since Adam's trip. Adam was gone for a while, and the week before, Eden was gone. So we did not have much time to practice. However, before our first show, we did so many practices that we are pretty much locked in and like strong and solid with our set list. So I'm not worried at all about 26th, 27th, and 3rd. I think all those shows are going to go great. Um, yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Um, I really want to get stuff recorded and like out there, hopefully before the end of the summer, because that's when Adam has to go. Um, and we've just got so many ideas, and feel like there's just a lot of potential. We just need time to write more songs, basically. Uh, yeah, we just need to practice more and play more and get as much songs as we can because we have the energy right now. We just don't have the time, and we haven't placed all that energy uh, fully into it yet. But we'll get there. It'll happen. Um, and I would love to film more music videos because I think that is one thing that we could really use more of here is music videos because there's a lot of uh, very talented directors and videographers and editors and musicians. And I feel like the more those worlds link up, the better. Good friend of mine, William Wright, I'll probably be asking him to help out with some of the videos. Uh, I have been in some of his movies before. Shout out to Renegades. Um, yeah, highly recommend anybody who's doing music to try to do videos because I think music videos are awesome. Um, and they're just fun. Like the time we spent filming that new Life video, so fun. It was blisteringly hot, and we were all like drenched in sweat, and everyone felt gross, but I think everyone had a great time and wouldn't have it any other way. Um, and just getting to hanging out afterwards on the roof at Vicinatos was a great time. Um, kind of moments like that, when you're just like together with a group of people after doing something. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. The kind of collective relaxation after a high energy event. A little after party after Brat Night. Kind of felt the same way. I felt like everyone was taking it pretty easy, chilling out after a pretty energetic, like 4 hours of dancing to Brat. Yesterday before Brat Night, I went on a little run at about 6:30 a.m. I've been trying to run more. I really enjoy it, but I just don't find the time or the energy, which is a bad excuse. I listened to Brat, great record. And then through the day, I was doing some yard work for somebody and went to the farmer's market and stuff. I listened to the other Charlie albums, going back to Charlie, not past Pop 2, which I'll probably give a re listen to very soon. So I re listened to Charlie, How I'm Feeling Now, and Crash. And uh, I think my favorite one is probably Charlie still. How I'm Feeling Now is a very close second, and I think Brat is a very close third, and then Crash is a solid fourth. It's a great record too, but it just doesn't what I like about most about Charlie XCX and Charlie specifically is all the aesthetics and all the feel and the vibe of pop music and pop stardom, um, with much more interesting uh, choices as far as production and vocal style and song topics go. Um, it really does just feel like any other pop music, and you can dance to it as if it's any other pop music. But when you're, really like listening to it, there's some interesting choices going on, especially on Charlie. That album feels like whiplash. Um, the different styles and the features on that album really give it a crazy feel. How I'm feeling now, amazing production as well, and some of her best songwriting. Um, I think she's a great artist. And yeah, Rat Night, definitely got to do it. I really want to do Cold Visions Night. I love Cold Visions by Blade. That's one of my favorite albums of this year. And I would love to do a Cold Visions Night, but I worry that not many people would want to go. Um, if you are a Blade fan, let me know if you'd come to Cold Visions. Even if you're not a Blade fan, it could be your first time listening to the album. Come to Cold Visions Night. The album is 30 songs long. And it's over an hour. Um, and I just feel like that's what I feel like Charlottetown needs Cold Visions Night. They'll do it in like November or something. Nothing going on the weekend. It's like I guess I'll go to Cold Visions Night. What else am I gonna do? You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe I'm going for to get people in. We'll play all sorts of awesome music, and it'll be a great time if it happens. It might not happen. It probably won't happen because I don't think that anybody would really want to host Cold Visions Night. Um, Maybe we'll just have it at my place. Who knows? Um, I'll keep you updated, I guess, on Cold Visions Night next week in my next beer review video, which getting pretty done on the beer here. Um, Absolutely delicious as always. Alexander Keith's very consistent. Not too much to say on the beer really because it is just great. Um, I was watching another beer review of it, and someone said that you can kind of crush it like a can of Coke, which is true. It's kind of got that type of feel to it, which I really like. It's just, it is like, I don't really think that Coke's that good. Coca Cola, not a huge fan, really, but it has that same feel where you don't have to think about it much, and you can just put them away, but it's still got a flavor to it that's enjoyable. Speaking of Coke, I have made homemade cola syrup before, and I will definitely be doing that again. That stuff is delicious. Um, Nicola is what I called it. Actually, not that hard to make. I think anybody could really do it. Highly recommend giving it a try. Requires some just buying a bunch of ingredients, spices, cinnamon, browning sauce, which is an interesting one, and citrus. It's like the zest and juice of two oranges, two lemons, and two limes. A lot of sugar, water, make a syrup. Absolutely delicious. Mix that with sparkling water. Very good. Back when I made it before, I did not have this idea, or I was too young. I forget which. I feel like I definitely have made it since since I turned 19, but I probably just didn't have the idea of doing a rum and Nicola, which I think would be absolutely lovely. Because I do get a rum and coke sometimes, um, and it's just as a way to give myself a little bit of caffeine and alcohol, not really to enjoy the cola mixed with rum. It's not really like a drink you enjoy; it just kind of is there, right? But I feel like with Nicola and with a nice rum, you can make a really nice cocktail. Add something else to it too. Who knows? I'll have to mess around. Maybe it'll be a cocktail review one day. Who knows? Anything can happen. I really have no limits for what this video can be, what this channel can be. Um, I'm just gonna keep doing it, I think, because I like hanging out outside. I like having a beer. I like uh, I like the internet and being on YouTube. I think that stuff's fun. I don't really like social media that much, but I'm on it. I'm on it too much. I need to get off it. I don't even have it on my phone. I just look at it on my computer a lot. By the way, this is being filmed on a laptop. That's why it's so pixelated. It's just my webcam because I don't really have a typical cell phone. Got a flip phone. See the Girls Night logo there. It's a little faded because it's in my pocket. But I do have a flip phone. You can see Waste City. Uh, Highly recommend getting a flip phone if you feel like you do not need Instagram on you all the time. Um, Takes pretty low res pictures. I like the low res pictures. I understand if you want a high res camera, that makes total sense. But for me personally, I think they look kind of sweet, especially the videos when you zoom all in. It's all pixelated. That's how the cover of the New Life track was made. I actually made that cover, which is interesting. I would not call myself a visual artist by any means, but I had that video on my phone, took a screenshot of the video, and just stretched a horse over the top. And I feel like that really summarizes the vibe of the song well. Yeah, starting to get a little warmer out, which is nice. It's been a beautiful day. However, it's kind of been like a sometimes cloudy, sometimes sunny day, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But I feel like I picked the right time to start filming because it really did just get very beautiful out during the time that I started filming this, which is great. It's also not too warm out. It is a nice breeze coming through. It's just really a beautiful day. I love summertime here. It's really one of the best places to be, in my opinion, during the summertime. It's not too hot. It's hot enough that it feels like summer, which I like. I actually do like the heat quite a bit. I understand that a lot of people don't. I personally do love the heat. Even if I feel sweaty and gross, it kind of feels like the sun's just giving me a big hug, which is what I need. Winter, not as big of a fan, but I'm trying to like it more. It's a tough challenge. It's the lack of sunlight. I really need sunlight. Sunlight's a good thing. I'm a big fan of sunlight. And getting as much of it as I can. Like the shortest days in the winter, it'd be dark now, and it's 4:16 when I'm recording this in the afternoon. Shortest days in the winter, like right before Christmas, it gets dark very quickly. It's always interesting, just feeling the difference in the days as they pass, which is kind of one of the reasons that I like waking up early in the morning. And I like waking up with the sun if I can. I haven't been doing that recently because every night we've been out, hanging out late, partying, doing whatever, right? So it's a lot harder to do that then. But when I can, I do like to get up close to the sun, get up, go on a walk. It's just a beautiful time. And in the morning, it's so calming because there's just not many people out, and the birds are loud and the light's soft, and it's just a really nice feeling. Um, Summer mornings are a really special thing that I feel like people don't miss out on. People experience them obviously because if they're just like around and like going outside and stuff, I'm sure people go out in the morning. But I feel like a lot of people probably sleep in quite a bit in the summer, which is fair. It's a great time to sleep in as well. And people work late, all that stuff. But take a chance. Get up with the sun. Get up right before the sunrise some morning in the summer and just go on a nice walk up the trail or just around your neighborhood or whatever out in the country. Go camping. Wake up early. Um, I think that's just a nice thing to do for yourself. Um, and it's probably something I will be doing tomorrow or someday soon too. I like going on a nice run in the morning. I just feel like it's not too warm yet. Less people are out. It's just a nice time. Just a really nice time. Well, here we go. Last sip of the Alexander Keith's. This Keith's has been a wonderful one. I usually drink these a lot faster, but I had a lot of talking to do. I had a lot on my mind. Um, Maybe the other videos will be shorter if I have less on my mind, but it's just really feeling like yapping today. Sorry if you didn't want to hear me yap and wanted more information on the Alexander Keith's. All I gotta say is that it's delicious, and all I gotta say, it's a beautiful day. Cheers. Boom. Well, I guess I guess that's the end of the video. I don't have anything more to say. I don't have any more beer. So all I gotta say is 26th and 27th, Girls Night, Samo, Manifolds, Juicebox, Special Noise, Leaf Green, Herb Stomp versus Space Bud. You get it. As well as August 3rd at the Farm Center. Uh, Both gonna be great shows. Check out the new Life track. Check out Green Eyes Witch Hands, I guess. Not I guess, of course, please do. Um, Check out Alexander Keats. Next time you're at the Spo, try a Keith's. If you've never had a Keith's or last time you had it you didn't like it, try again. Try again because I think it's a nice beer. Much better than Moose Green, in my opinion. Um, but It's a popular choice. Moose green, people love it. Anyway, I've been Nico. I'm signing off. Have a lovely day. Cheers.